The Altamaha River, formed by the confluence of the Ogmulgee and Oconee rivers near Lumber City and joined farther downstream by the Ahupee River, flows more than 130 straight-line miles from its northernmost points to its entry to the Atlantic Ocean north of Brunswick. It's the third largest contributor of fresh water to the Atlantic Ocean on North America's eastern shore. The river's basin lies entirely within the state of Georgia. All of these are important details to be sure, but still simple matters of fact. It's not why I'm here. I'm here because the Altamaha River also harbors a monster, and it was there, as I stated, just north of Brunswick, where the Altamaha enters the sea, that I encountered it. It was on one of my yearly fishing jaunts, during which I would enjoy 2 or 3 days on the river with my mini pontoon. I would typically book a hotel room in Brunswick. You know what I mean, one of the small, independently owned hotels. They're usually much better than the big chains. Anyway, it was a Saturday with mostly clear skies, and by 10 that morning, I was chugging upriver to what I knew to be a great spot for bass, perch, and bluegill. It was a great little quiet, shallow inlet with lots of marsh reeds and a fallen tree that extended about 10 feet out into the water. These offered lots of great cover for the fish that I was after. I had one line in the water with live bait and was casting toward the fallen tree, hoping to snag a largemouth bass. But it was the bluegill that were really biting. There was a literal feeding frenzy behind the night crawlers on my hook. They were pretty good size too. The first 3 that I caught were easily the size of my hand. Now, for those of you who don't know, that's a nice size for bluegill fishing. I could just imagine them filleted, floured, and sizzling in the pan. So what seemed to be setting up for a good day of fishing took a hard sideways turn. This all began with a weird feeling of uneasiness that I really didn't understand at the time. It was just like this idea running through my brain that said, "Something's wrong. You shouldn't be here." I couldn't put my finger on where this strange sensation was coming from. Then I heard something slapping the water. I scanned around but couldn't tell where it was coming from. This unnerved me a bit, and that uneasy feeling was slowly amping up inside of me. If you're enjoying the show, go on over to blackwatermedia.net and join the Swamp Hunter Society. Just click on the Become a Member tab on the menu, and for only $4.99 a month, you can have exclusive access to the finest paranormal, horror, and supernatural story narration content available anywhere. It's the ultimate digital audio exploration into mystery, magic, monsters, and myth. Become a Blackwater Media Swamp Hunter Society member today.